video, this one definitely found you because your higher self wants you to receive this message. Friends, there is something called confirmation bias, and when I learned about this a few years ago, it completely changed my life. The official definition of confirmation bias is the tendency to seek out and prefer information that supports our pre-existing beliefs. As a result, we tend to ignore any information that contradicts those beliefs. So I'm going to give you a really light example and then we'll go deeper. I might decide that eating a bag of chocolate every single day is the best thing that I could do for my body. And then I start eating this bag of chocolate every single day. My brain will be on the lookout for evidence that supports my belief system. So I might start seeing commercials, that have chocolate. I might start seeing people around me eating chocolate all the time. I might go to different places and there just happens to be chocolate. Is this a coincidence? No, family. My belief system has created the reality that I'm in. My belief system is constantly looking for evidence to support what I believe in. And this is in spite of the fact that eating a bag of chocolate is not the healthiest for me every day. My brain will throw that out the way and be like, nope, that's not what I believe. I believe that eating a bag of chocolate every single day is healthy for me. And it will reject that evidence. Let's go even deeper. If you believe that you are unlovable, your brain will constantly find evidence to support that you are unlovable. You will attract partners that do not love you. You will have friends that treat you in very unlovable ways. You will gravitate towards songs and messages from the television and all the things that support what you actually believe. You believe that a group of people are less than you, then your brain will also go and find evidence that supports that belief system in spite of contradictory evidence that says, no, you are actually wrong. When I first learned about confirmation bias, I remember it changed my life because I was looking at my own self and I was thinking about one of the major beliefs that I used to have that stemmed from my childhood was that I was a burden. And I would always look for, without even knowing this because I was unconscious, right? I would always look for evidence to support that. Find the evidence, I'd find partners that made me feel like I was a burden, or I would be in situations where I felt like I was a burden. Started to really do the work to deprogram myself and unlearn and relearn is when I have gotten to a place of just existing in freedom. I'm still in the process, just like all of us are. But I think it's really important that we are learning these concepts and we are checking ourselves consistently because this is how we reach the path of freedom, is by freeing the mind. I think a lot of us have confirmation bias from the micro to the macro levels. And the fastest way to start healing these is by bringing them to our awareness. And if I had to list it step by step, I'd say start with always challenging your assumptions. Question why you are making the assumptions that you're making, first of all. And then start to look for information that actively contradicts what your beliefs are. And I know that might not be the most convenient because some of us want to hang on to our belief systems because that's just what we believe. But for those of us that are on a path of free thinking, we're willing to do this work. And it's so important for you to rely on facts, friends, not on your feelings, and to never allow your emotions to override your intellect. And we live in a generation now where information is available. So always question your sources, where you're getting information from. A huge gift that we can give ourselves and others is also to get to a place in a space where we can take information into family and not form judgments. And that is not difficult. It does require work. And listen, friend, if this video resonates in any way, that's wonderful. That means that you have an opportunity now to, I always use this terminology on my videos, to course correct, to change, your trajectory and unlearn and relearn and deprogram. It doesn't mean that you have to have any shame. There's nothing wrong with you. And in fact, if you change the letters of wrong around, it literally says grown. I am such a firm believer that nothing changes until we actually change, and nothing is going to change until we do the work to get there. All right, it's your turn now. I recommend checking in with yourself to examine and assess, do I have confirmation bias at all? Is there anything in my life that I'm believing in and constantly looking for evidence for unconsciously and consciously? And if there are and you wish to evolve past that, then do the work to get there. Because you love yourself, you'll do the work. And I know that you'll be better for it. I love you. Peace.